Hi everyone, this is Be Divine. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to give us a message today. So I am actually using this big giant deck called the Syrian Starseed Tarot. And we're going to start off with a theme message. So what's the theme coming out for everyone today? The Eight of Chalices. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Adept of Flames, which is kind of like the Knight of Wands, okay? So we have these two messages here of great importance. The one is that there is a need to release something that is emotionally affecting you, and the other is sort of bringing into your awareness that something new is about to arrive in your life, someone coming into your life that is new for you, or a new lot of information that comes forward which allows you to release yourself. The Eight of Chalices is about walking away from that which no longer serves you, okay? And it doesn't mean that it's easy to do so either. This is something that comes up in our life that can cause a great amount of pain. Right, so even if we're ready for something to finish and we're ready to move in a new direction, it can still cause a lot of pain because of all the memories and the years and the focus and the dedication, the time that you might have put into a particular situation. And here you're walking away from something that you spent a lot of time invested in, someone you spent a lot of time invested in. When we move in one direction or another on our journey, we don't always understand exactly why it's happening to us. But when we move, you can be certain that your angels and your spiritual light team have been pushing you and urging you in a new direction in answer to something that you've asked for, right? So you've asked for something, the message is arriving, the person is arriving, the situation is arriving in your life, and you've asked for something, okay? So now you have to let go of certain things, certain situations and feelings and all that stuff, and allow yourself that time to focus inward, because there's something bigger. There's something bigger on everyone's journey. There always is. Right, so if we think that we're going to just start in one way on our spiritual journey and that's it, we're going to stick to it, that's unrealistic. It's going to be quite wide. So your journey in life, no matter what it is, whether it's with animals or people or whatever, it might start in one direction, but it gradually begins to open, right? And so something that you've allowed to leave your life has been for a reason, for your growth, okay? So let's get a little bit more about this. So what is going on here? How much more information do we need? Two. The Four of Orbs and the Star. This is one of my favorite cards here. So the Four of Orbs is very much like the Four of Swords when we are looking at the tarot. But in this instance, there is a release, okay? And in here, see how it's the chalices and he's moving towards the water? Here, he's like literally in the water. So he's feeling this sensation of relief and release as well. Letting go, aligning himself, making way for this new way to come forward. Perhaps there is meditation involved, or a time where there's a respite, okay? That is needed because the energy of the Star brings in the new direction, the healed direction. This is normally when we're doing a card spread that has 10 cards. So say, for example, a Celtic cross, we would use the star as an indicator of Christmas time. Now, this is just some timing method that I've figured out over the years. It's what I always stick to. So what it's saying is, if we're looking at something that is going to be developed, okay, you might want to be looking at another month or two for that to be developed, okay, in your life. But focusing your intention on where you want it to be, like what you want to be, but letting go of all the details around it allows you to move much more smoothly in the direction of your goals and your dreams and your wishes. So one thing that people do without realizing it is they'll be asking the universe for something, the spiritual light team for something, and then they wonder straight away in the next breath, but how's that going to happen? Like, what's going to take place? How am I going to know? I need a sign. I need this. And that still keeps the energy around you. And what we're trying to do is project it out so that whatever it is that we're looking for is attracted to that beacon, right? And if you don't let go of it, it's just going to keep on circling around you, right? And not allow the universe or your spiritual light team or your angels or your guides or whatever to actually take a hold of the problem and help you. It's like when people say that they're not getting any assistance because they haven't actually given it a chance. They haven't let go, and they haven't stopped thinking about it, and they haven't stopped worrying about it, and they haven't stopped their same processes, and they expect a different outcome. And you know what Einstein says about that, right? Okay. So, realigning yourself, letting go of that which is no longer necessary. Is it in your best interest to have this going around in your mind right now, whatever it is? Is it in your best interest to be angry, to be scared, to be fearful of anything? Is that ever in your best interest? Is that your best self? Is that going to help you? Is it going to bring you what you want? Is it bringing you happiness? Having these situations around us, I get more than you might realize what it's like, okay? But I also know that as you focus on yourself and how you're showing up and what you're allowing into your life and what you want, as you strengthen in this way, okay, you start to move in momentum with your destiny, okay? What else do we need to know? You don't want to be moving against it all of the time and fighting against yourself. Okay. Then we get the Ace of Cups. So it is a lot of water energy here. It is a lot of emotion. It is a lot of impact. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you can't get through it in a very strong, in a very brave, in a very powerful way. One thing is to make sure that what you're listening to, like what you're watching, is it uplifting? Is it empowering, or is it fearful? Is it doom and gloom? Because that will give you more of the same. And also the things that you're fearing, like what you resist in your life, keeps on persisting. So it keeps on showing up for you. What you don't like keeps on showing up because it's on the forefront of your mind all of the time. What consumes your thoughts controls your life. This is very important. And right now, you have to allow for some change in your life. You have to allow for a shift to happen. And you have to do that by allowing the universe to help you and moving away from the outcome that you think that you should deserve, and instead allowing this or something even better to occur for me, right? This is how you can start to let go, because everybody wins if you do it that way. I want this or something even better. I want this car or something better. I want this house or something better. And let go of the details. Feel the emotion of being in what it is that you desire. Not someone else. You cannot manifest someone else into your life because it ruins their free will. It's not fair. So you can manifest your own happiness and your own love. And it's time to do this for yourself now. Do you. Sending